Hello, it's Amanda, and today we are going to dive in and talk about PB Restore, a really powerhouse probiotic. It is the third product that makes up what we like to call the foundational wellness bundle. It's the bundle that when we start with this and use it consistently, we can see a lot of improvements in our body. And I'm sure that many of you, you've heard of probiotics, right? You've probably taken probiotics. We hear a lot about them if you've been on antibiotics. We hear about probiotics for putting the good bacteria back into our digestive system. But did you know that our body contains tons of bacteria? I know, kind of weird when we think about it. Maybe this is like kind of a strange subject to be talking about, but it's a super, super important one. Like our gut microbiome in our digestive system affects so much. It influences every single system in our body. Okay. And sometimes I just don't think we give enough attention to our digestive system. We are not putting the connection together that the foods that we're eating, the things that we're doing are absolutely affecting our health because it's affecting our digestive system. And so it's so important to have a healthy microbiome, healthy digestive system. And our gut matters so much because it controls so many things from our immune system function, mood and mental health, nutrient absorption, metabolism, inflammation levels in the body. Have you ever stopped to think about that? That we need those good bacteria running around in our digestive system so that we actually can feel our best, like they really do matter, and we need a good balance of them. And basically, it's known that about 70% of our immune system lives in our gut, in our digestive system. And then, did you know that our gut produces about 90% of serotonin? And serotonin is a key transmitter for our mood. And then we have a lot of unrest in our digestive system because of maybe, medications that we take, stress, sugar, processed foods. All of those things disrupt our microbiome, disrupt our digestive system. And so when we talk about supplementing with a probiotic, we want to make sure it's a wide variety of strains. We want to make sure that it has prebiotics, postbiotics. This PB Restore also has phages. That is, it can like eat up the bad stuff in our digestive system that's trying to overtake it. And I want to just show you this probiotic capsule. Probiotics, it's really important how we formulate them so that they can get down into our digestive system where they need to go to get to work. And you can see this is double encapsulated. There's some oil. The green is chlorophyll. And you see that, and that is going to, when you take it with food. A lot of our supplements, we say take them when you will remember to take them. This supplement is going to work best when you take it before you're going to eat some food. The food will actually help it get better absorbed into the digestive system. Okay. So this is what it looks like. PB Restore is what it's called. And we do call it on the bottle, it's called Probiome Complex because it is more than just a probiotic. And I've also taken a probiotic for 26 years now. I think it's a supplement that I've taken every single day for many, many years on my own health journey. And I originally started taking it when I was on a weight loss journey, actually, and trying to lose weight back 26 years ago. I think it's been 26 years ago. I used to be about 30 pounds heavier than I am now. And I used to live on a processed food diet, drink tons of diet sodas, just had a really unhealthy lifestyle in my younger years coming out of college. I think many people can relate to that. But I started on a journey wanting to lose some weight and feel better. And that is when I started taking several supplements of omega 3s, probiotics. So it is one that I've known about for a very long time. In our health food store, it continues to be a top seller. We see more and more nowadays that doctors are telling people to take it, telling people to give children probiotics because we know it can do so much benefit. And I know a lot of you might be sitting here thinking like, well, I just eat a bunch of yogurt. Like that's what they've told me to do, or that's what I do. I eat a lot of yogurt. Well, here's the deal. You'd have to eat probably like 50 or more yogurts probably still wouldn't even be possible to get what's even equivalent to one capsule of a probiotic in most situations. And then when you think about that and you're eating that much yogurt, you're getting way too much sugar. Or if you're choosing sugar free, you are getting way too much artificial sweetener, which is not good for us. And so it pretty much is unrealistic. I know many people are like, oh, I eat this, I do this. It's pretty much unrealistic to think that we could get enough probiotics without supplementing, especially if we've been on medications and things that have made our digestive system and our microbiome get out of balance. So I do like to share that so you can realize that. And there are many different forms of probiotics. You can get chewables for children. There's liquids. There are little packets that doTERRA makes that adults and kids can take. So there really are a lot of options when it comes to probiotics. And I'm going to say what I say a lot, but make sure when you're buying this, whether you're taking it for yourself, giving it to your children, you want to make sure that you use a good quality. Do not buy cheap stuff and expect it to have the same results. Okay. And you just want to think of it as putting the good stuff back into your digestive system. And probiotics can do, a lot of different things that they help support. But one thing that I do want to mention is regularity. We need to make sure we have regular bowel movements, okay? And if we're not having regular bowel movements, nothing that we do is going to work. And like if you're thinking of starting a product to help gently detox your body, the things that we want to be doing on a daily basis, we want to make sure that we are eliminating at least once a day, at least, and really ideally twice. But don't expect that the products and the supplements that you're going to take and use and be consistent with are going to have the best impact they could unless you are eliminating and having at least one bowel movement a day. And that is why I get so excited about probiotics, because they can help people with that and have more success. And I've used many, many probiotics over the years, and I love this one. It's very, very complex. I've never seen another one on the market that comes close to having the variety and the strains, and even the preclinical research that's being done on this is really phenomenal. Um, but even when I started taking this, like I told you, I've taken a probiotic for over 20 years. When this came out as a new product a couple of years ago, I started taking it right away. And I totally noticed the first few days that I had a lot of like gurgling and loud noises in my digestive system, something that I never really experienced. And I was like, wow. And I know sometimes when that happens, we might think like, oh, what's going on? I don't like this. I don't like the way it's making me feel. I'm not going to do that. My take on it as a person that's been in natural now for 20 plus years is, oh my gosh, I love that. It means it's working. It means it's doing something. I can feel it having that effect. And it did taper off after a couple of days. But I think that's important to mention, especially when we maybe start taking things to help our digestive system, like a probiotic. You sometimes might feel worse before you feel better. And that's okay. And a lot of times that happens in natural because it's trying to balance things out. And a lot of times, if it's a specific issue we're trying to work on, it might actually feel like it gets a little bit worse before it gets better. But just know that that can be and is pretty normal in the natural realm. And so you have a couple of options when things like that happen. You can say, okay, maybe I'm going to take this probiotic every other day for the first few days. So ease into it, or you let it work through and then make sure you're drinking plenty of good quality water to make sure that your products are working like you want them to as it works to balance out. That can be another tip, but just slowing down the amount that you take can be helpful if you do experience some of the maybe detox or things that can happen when you start on a new supplement. But know that if it is making you feel different, that's a really good thing. It means it's doing things inside of your body and it's going to work. So just remember, when your gut thrives, when you have a healthy microbiome, all of your health gets better. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy what you're seeing, I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with your friends.